You should have
But I never
up.
talk to your wife in a disrespectful manner, and you talk to mine in a disrespectful manner.
Well, my question to y'all would be, if you were struck over the head by an abusive parent who was drunk, would you forgive your parent? Would you forgive your husband? Would you forgive your wife? What up, YouTube? Today we're talking about DJ Envy for a clip of the Breakfast Club interview they just did yesterday, I think it was, with Tyrese. And the clip in question involved, from what it sounded like, Tyrese pretty much squashing any animosity that he has with DJ Envy, which is pretty much the crux of this part of the interview that I'm finna play, which Envy airing stuff out. And I think by the end of the interview, they just, ended up squashing beef.
You were?
How convenient to step back.
What you mean?
I never stepped back from you.
From you.
It's right.
You should have.
But I never
up.
talk to your wife in a disrespectful manner, and you talk to mine in a disrespectful manner.
How?
And I never told nobody that. Even when you were on, and you could say you were on those psych meds, and you could say that you weren't.
What you mean?
But as a man, some of the things that you said, Tyrese, deserve me to box your mouth.
Whoa,
and I didn't. No, we were talking because this is something that I never wanted to say. And since he wants to be, well, why Envy? I'm telling him why. You said disrespectful shit to my wife.
What do you say?
It's neither here nor there. To the point where why my wife doesn't call you back anymore. And to the point when you started talking to psych meds, me and my wife had a conversation and said, well, maybe Tyrese was on those medicines when he said it. But if you ever text me and my wife, you can't text me because I just unblocked you probably about a month ago when me and Charlamagne was talking, and he told me that you were on the psych meds and this is what it was.
This is longer than a month ago.
Yeah, that's what made me unblock you. So that was the reason why I stopped talking to you and will not reach out to you anymore.
And see, it's because of that clip. A lot of people are tend to get on DJ Envy's case like, oh, well, Tyrese was not in a good place mentally. Like, he was on mental medications that could have made him act out or do some things that's crazy. It could kind of almost be the same thing to where if somebody is a violent drunk and they go ahead and slap their wife should just forgive them the next day, I guess, because they was drunk and they wasn't themselves. So my question to y'all would be, if you were struck over the head by an abusive parent who was drunk, would you forgive your parent? Would you forgive your husband? Would you forgive your wife for abusing you while being under the influence of whatever it is, narcotics, medications, alcohol? Or let's say they took it a step further and abuse your children. Then what? Are you still going to be like, well, he wasn't himself, so we got to let it go? No, you would not let it go. And it has like a lot of people curious about what the hell he said to DJ Envy's wife to make him be like, no, I can't forgive you for that. So he must have said something that was crazy, out of line, for him to still hold that against him. And a part of me does not blame him for holding that against Tyrese. If you disrespect somebody's wife, it's up. It don't matter what you was on. Now, granted, was it a private matter that he could have handled privately? And should he have handled privately? Absolutely. But sometimes when you get wrapped up in your emotions and you hold a grudge against somebody, you're just going to let it out. You don't care like if it is in the public eye or not. But I do think there's a bigger conversation in terms of like mental health and the types of prescriptions that, certain people put people on and they have these negative side effects that cause them to lash out. It kind of, is one of the things that I think that it needs to be looked into and needs to be sure that whoever's out here is prescribing these medications to people, don't prescribe them medications that's going to have such negative side effects to where they start going off on people. Regardless of their own medication or not, it's something you're not going to really like let go. And it had to be something that was severely bad for him to be like, I can't let this go. Because it's no different than somebody trying to tell you to let it go if you had an abusive parent, if you had a parent that was a drunkard that put their hands on you and someone tells you, oh, let it go, grow up. Unless you're in that exact predicament, you're thinking about, should I let this go? Should I hold this against them? You can't really comment on that if you don't know what it's like to have to hold something against somebody that did you wrong, that is close to you, that is real close to you, that you have a relationship with. You can have a positive, great relationship with that person, but it's that one thing you can never really let go and may never let go. And that could be viewed as unhealthy. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Till next time, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.